So let's look at simultaneous equations for geometric sequences. The question says, determine the first three terms of the geometric sequence of which the seventh term is 1458. So let's highlight. The seventh term is 1458 and the fourth term is 54. Okay, so let's write that down quickly. So I'm going to start here. I'm going to say T7 is 1458 and T4 is 54. Okay? Let's just remember this is a geometric sequence. So I need to use the general term for a geometric sequence. I'm going to write the general term down. Remember from your formula page. And then wherever there's an N, I'm going to write 7 because it's the seventh term. So T7 is equal to AR 7 minus 1. Then I'm going to replace this T7 with this T7 that's given over here. So 1458 is equal to AR. 7 minus 1 is actually 6. And I call this equation number 1. Then I'm going to do the same for T4. So first thing, I'm writing the general term down, geometric. Then I'm going to replace every N with a 4. So 4 minus 1. Then I'm going to replace this whole T4 with this. So 54 is equal to AR to the 3. And I'm going to call this equation number 2. So now I'm going to do simultaneous equations. Do you remember with arithmetic, we subtracted? Now with geometric, we are going to divide. So I'm going to say equation 1. So this is equation 1. I'm going to divide this by equation 2. 54. Let's divide. This divided by this will give you 27. A over A. It looks like this, eh? I'm just doing it on the side so you can see. This and this will cancel. A divided by A will cancel. R to the 6 over R to the 3. Remember with exponents, when you divide, you minus. So 6 minus 3 is R to the 3. Okay? So now we have 27 is equal to R to the 3. So now we have to solve for R. So to get rid of this 3, I'm going to cube root that 3. But what I do on the right, I do on the left. And so my answer is a positive 3. So R is a positive 3. Before we continue, I just want to show you something. Let's say you had R squared is equal to 9. Then you would take the square root of both. And you would say R is 3. But because this is an even number, the answer is plus or minus. So you must just make a note for me, eh? If this power is an even number, the answer is plus or minus. But if the exponent is an odd number like this, let's say you do cube root, then the answer is simply the answer you get on the calculator. So let's say you have this, and you cube root both sides. But because this is an odd number, R is just negative 3. So it's just one answer. So when it's even, so if this was 2, 4, 6, 8, then the answer is plus or minus. So just remember that. Make a side note of that. Now I'm going to continue with our sum. Remember, we solve for R. We have to work out A. To get A, I'm going to sub into the second equation. I'm going to write sub R is equal to 3 into equation 2. You can choose any one, eh? So then I write equation 2 down. And then when there's an R, I'm simply going to write 3. So let's solve this quickly. So A27 is 27A. Same thing, eh? So then I divide by the number in front of A. And I get my A to be 2. So, okay. Remember, A refers to the first term. And R, this R, is the constant ratio. So now, first term is 2. To get to the next term, I multiply by the constant ratio. So I multiply by 3, eh? I get 6. Then I multiply by 3 again, then I get 18. And so I answer the question. The first 3 terms of this sequence is 2, 6, 18.